The first time I realized that truly that I was probably in the wrong business for me was when I took a client to lunch and I recognized that what I really cared about was his client's life, not about their business. This is the paddle instruction. I'd had a good career and been quite successful, but I was a miserable man, and I didn't want to be miserable like that anymore. I wouldn't counsel suffering, but there is a value to it. From the rear of the canoe, if we can't get in, I was embarrassed for people who said they needed God. I was a pretty confirmed atheist agnostic for a long time, saw no need for church. I had no need for God. Just was not important in my life. I was doing it just fine on my own, thank you very much. If you're familiar with Simon and Garfunkel's song about I'm a rock, I'm an island, that was my theme song. And then I went through this midlife crisis. My wonderful wife called Outward Bound and she says, what is the hardest trip you have? And they said, oh, well, it's dog sledding at the beginning of February. It's about 40 below at night, and it's 10 below during the day, maybe. And it's really, really hard. And my wife said, sign him up. I went on this dog sled trip in northern Minnesota. As an agnostic, I walked into the woods for the adventure as an agnostic, and I walked out of those woods knowing that I'd been touched by God in a way that was undeniable. Religions that have used the wilderness as a touchstone. The Jewish tradition is 40 years in the desert. In the Christian tradition, there are the desert fathers and mothers. Buddhists have wilderness forests, generally and almost always in the mountains, because that's where the Buddha found nirvana. Now I take people into the wilderness to find the incredible sense of purity and sense of connection, and the sense of simplicity, and the sense of spirituality. What I really love about being out here is it slows you down, and it's calming, and it's very centering, and it just makes you feel peaceful. When you paddle in a river, you realize that there's more to life than simply hurrying from appointment to appointment or spending time in front of this computer screen. I feel very blessed to be able to do this work, and to watch what happens to people when they have those moments of, oh my God. So let me just throw the forum open to you. What has happened for you on this trip?
We've all been raised and trained with the cell phones and the computers, and just we're continually plugged in, text messaging, and feeling that we always need to be in touch with the immediacy of information, and all of a sudden to unplug from all of that is amazing experience.